Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of the Daily Dose of Mathematics. We're doing part 4 of the Limpopo June 2026 question paper. Now today, guys, we're going to make sure that we use a prompt. Let's say you find yourself in a situation whereby you have a question that you don't understand, you don't know where to start, but you still want to learn. Now this prompt here, we call it the scaffolding. We're going to use this prompt. This prompt is going to assist us, it's going to do a similar example to the one that we're doing. I'm going to show you. Itumele, what is our question for today?
So then the question for today is open bracket 3x minus 2 close bracket all squared is greater than 3x.
Okay, so we're dealing with an inequality here, guys. Né? Let's say that you find yourself in a situation whereby you don't understand what to do. Now, this is the prompt that we can use. We call it scaffolding. Let's take our prompt, Itumele.
So then here's our prompt, pasting it at Gemini.
So we're going to paste it in one of the AIs, any AI that you like. Now, this one here, guys, how does it work? It's not similar to the one that we used in the first question. This one is going to assist you whereby you don't understand. It's going to give you a similar example, but it won't solve this one, and then it will give you tips of how to solve this one.
Okay, so then after pasting it, says scaffolding coach online, provide the question you are stuck on and I will help you find the way.
Okay, now we're going to put our question.
So then let us put our question on the scaffolding. It says analyzing.
Now, guys, you take any of your questions. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be mathematics. Any question that you are stuck on and then you're interested in learning, it's going to do a similar example, but it won't do exactly the same question. Now, let's check our question. It's still analyzing.
Still analyzing, still creating.
Okay. Now, remember, we make sure that we tell our AI to make sure that it double check its mistake. So it's going to take a while when it generates this to make sure that it gives us exactly the right thing. Remember, AIs can hallucinate, so we made sure that we put all the guardrails so that when it starts producing its response, it gives us the right response. Okay, still generating.
The mirror example. To help you find your way, let's look at a parallel example that tests the exact same mathematical principles, but with different numbers. Solve for x. The scaffolding guide. Here is the step-by-step logic to solve our mirror example. We are dealing with a quadratic inequality. To solve this, we cannot simply take the square root of both sides. We must follow a structured algebraic process. Step 1. Expand the binomial. First, we need to eliminate the brackets by expanding the squared term on the left-hand side, LHS. Step 2. Write in standard quadratic form. For any quadratic equation or inequality, we need to bring all terms to one side so that the other side is 0. The standard form is x squared plus bx plus c greater than 0. Subtract x from both sides. Step 3. Factorize to find the critical values, CVs. Now, we factorize the quadratic trinomial. We are looking for factors of 4 times 9 equals 36 that add up to -13. Those numbers are -4 and -9. To find the critical values, CVs, we temporarily set the factors equal to 0. These are the points where the graph of the parabola intersects the x-axis. Step 4. Determine the solution intervals. Because this is an inequality, greater than 0, we don't just want the x-intercepts. We want to know where the graph is above the x-axis, positive. Since the coefficient of x squared is positive, 4, the parabola opens upwards, a smiley face. The graph crosses the x-axis at 1 and frac 9, 4. The parts of the graph that are strictly greater than 0 are on the outer edges of the critical values. Step 5. Write the final answer. Using standard CAPS inequality notation, our solution for the mirror example is Socratic bridge. Now, returning to your specific problem. Based on the very first step we took in the mirror example, what algebraic process do you need to apply to the left side of your inequality before you can bring all your terms together?
Okay, guys, now as you can see, our prompt didn't give us the solution. It just gave us a similar example to this one. It's not solving the answer, the one that we gave it. It's just giving us something similar to this one so that we can work on it. Now, you can see that it's saying, what is the first step based on what we've just learned? What is going to be our first step? Now, let's go to our question, Itumele, and solve it. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is to expand the left-hand side. That's what we need to do. So we have open bracket.
Open bracket 3x minus 2.
Minus 2. We repeat it 2 times.
Which is 3x minus 2 is
then
greater
it's greater than
3x.
Okay, now we're going to FOIL then. Now, if we're going to FOIL, remember guys, if you didn't know what to do next, you're simply going to take this solution and then put it back on the AI. Now, it's not still going to solve, it's going to tell you that you did the right thing or you didn't do the right thing. Okay, but now we did the right thing, we're going to continue. So we have 3
method.
3x multiplied by 3x.
3 multiplied by 3 is 9, then
So-
x multiplied by x is x squared.
So we get 9x squared. Okay, sharp.
3 multiplied by 2
So we
is negative 6x.
So we have 3 multiplied by negative 2. You
Yes.
should be careful of the language. Okay, 3 multiplied by negative 2, we get minus 6. Ne?
Yes, then negative 2 multiplied by 3x.
We have minus 6. Ne?
Minus 6.
Now let's just avoid many steps. Let's transpose the minus 3 to this other side also, so that we avoid having many steps.
So that when you transpose it, you know what it will affect the sign of it. If it was positive, this side is going to be negative.
Okay.
That means we'll have negative 3x.
Okay, then we are going to have negative 2 multiplied by negative 2.
It's positive 4.
It's positive 4, and then it's greater than 0.
Greater than 0.
Okay, let's check the like terms here, and then add them up. So we have 9x squared.
9x squared.
And then we have
minus 6 minus 6 is minus 12. Minus 3 is minus 15x.
Okay, plus
minus 15x plus 4.
Plus 4 is greater than 0.
It's greater than
Okay, now we're going to look for critical values. Ne? Now, when you look for critical values, we're going to do away just for now with the inequality sign. So we write CV so that we tell them that now we're looking for the critical values. So our critical values, we're going to say we have 9x squared.
9x squared
minus 15x.
Minus 15x.
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
Is equaling to 0.
Is equaling to 0.
Okay, now that we have this, it's up to you guys. Personally, I would say use a quadratic formula. Now, if you know how to factorize, you can factorize. So we're going to open 2 brackets.
Opening 2 brackets.
So we're going to look for factors when we multiply them. Now, this one is tricky because you need to consider that you also have to have the A and then you also have to consider the C. So our factors is going to be 3 and 3. If you put 3 and 3, 3x multiplied by 3x, it gives us 9x squared. Ne?
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to look for factors of 4. Ne?
Yes.
When we include them with our 3 and 3, they should give us minus 15. Ne?
Yes.
So in our bracket, since our C is positive, we're going to put a minus and a minus inside our bracket so that we know which we're going to have. Negative and a negative is going to give us positive. Ne?
Yes.
Now, what are the factors of 4? Now, factors of 4, we can have 4 and 1.
Yes.
Now, let's check 4 and 1. If we combine it here, does it give us the minus 15? If you check
4 and 1, when we multiply 3 by the...
If you multiply 3 by 1, you see 3 multiplied by minus 1 gives us 3.
Yes. Then
if you say 3 multiplied by 4, it gives us 12.
Yes.
Then if you say minus 12 minus 3, it's going to give us minus 15. So it's the one that we want. Ne?
Yes.
Now we're going to solve for this thing using the zero factor law.
So now we're gonna have 3x minus 4 and 3x minus 1, which is equal to 0.
Okay.
So then factorizing, you're gonna have 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. Then 3x minus 1 is equal to 0.
Okay. Now what is our answer? It's x is equal to, we transpose. Ne?
Yeah, transposing.
It says 3x is equal to 4.
3x is equal to 4.
Or
3x.
3x.
Or 3x is equal to 1.
Okay, now we divide both sides. Ne?
Yeah.
Let's divide both sides.
Dividing both sides, we're gonna have divide by 3, divide by 3, by which x is gonna be 4 all over 3. Or we divide by 3, x is gonna be 1 all over 3.
Okay, now we're going to put it on a number line. Now, guys, this one is tricky. We're dealing with fractions. I know people are struggling with fractions. You have 4 thirds and then you have 1 third. Which one is bigger? Which one is smaller? We're going to put the smaller number first. Ne?
Yes.
So which one is bigger between the two of them, Itumeleng?
1 over 3 is smaller.
1 over 3 is small. It's not bigger. Ne?
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with 1 over 3. Let's put 1 over 3.
So I'll put 1 all over 3.
Okay. And then we're going to put 4 over 3. Ne?
4 all over 3.
If you're not sure, guys, just put this in your calculator so that you don't try to be... So you put this in your calculator, you check. The other one is going to give you 0.333. The other one is going to give you 1.333. So that one is big. Now, we need to decide how our parabola is going to look like. Let's look at the value of A.
So then looking by the value of A is positive.
It's positive. Ne? So I guess we're going to have a smiley face. Ne? So let's draw our graph. It's smiling. It's going to pass at 1 all over 3. and then it's also going to pass at 4 all over 3.
Yes, my smiley face.
So this is the method. This is what we call the method. No?
Yes.
Now, they are looking for values that are, it's either they're going to look for values that are above the x-axis, or they are going to look for values that are below the x-axis. Now, how do you know they are looking for above or below? You check your inequality. They said greater than. What do you understand by the word greater than?
Which means the shading part is going to be at the top.
Yeah, the word greater than is above. So we're going to shade the upper part. So if we shade our upper parts, it means we are going to look for the values in relation to 1 all over 3. What would you say those values? Are they bigger than 1 all over 3 or less than 1 over 3?
They are bigger. They are bigger than 1 all over 3.
If we go to the negative side, remember on the negative side, they are less than. So I'm going to say x is less than 1 all over 3.
So then x
is less
than 1 all over 3.
Or
x is greater than 4 all over 3.
Is bigger than 1 all over 3. Yeah, this is the correct standard form. Okay, guys, this is how we approach the following question. If you want more of the prompts like this one, we're going to be using some prompts and some creativity when we go through this question paper. Don't forget to like, share, comment, guys. If you want the prompt that we used today, comment on the comments there.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Daily Dose of Mathematics, and our TikTok channel, also with our Facebook channel.